Hello, at a small hotel in Fresno, California, doing a class today. Talk about surface area here. So we can start to figure out what the gallons we've got in the pool are, which again, that comes down to what the weight of it is, weight of the water, so we can understand our dosing. With something small like this or a spa, precision becomes that much more important. This pool, odd shaped. It's a little bit more interesting to figure out how many gallons we got. But if we got the blueprints, we'll get the information right off the front page of the blueprints, telling us what the gallons are. Looks like at this facility, there was a spa which was decommissioned. You can see where it was filled in here. It's a lot of organizations go with no spa when it's new construction, just to completely avoid the cost and liability associated with them. But when we want to figure out our surface area, with something like this, a formula is required to figure out our surveying, working with 2 points, A and B. And then of course we'd look at our overall length and width, and then we'd look at our depths. And being it has a slope where it's running from, it looks like 4 to 5 here, to in the deeper section, that is the deeper end of this little pool, just 3 foot in the shallow. So we'd break it out from our end on the shallow end to the depth marker line in the center where the tiles are at. That's our break point where we drop down to the deeper end of the pool. Our calculation's only going to be so accurate. The contractor in the end comes up with the overall water based on what's back in that little pump room area where the mechanical's at, taking into consideration every foot of pipe even. And all those things are added together to come up with the total. But first of all, we need to figure out our surface area. To do this, I used my measuring application on my smartphone and did an overall survey of the pool, looking at it with its overall length and then width at 2 different points, the A and B point. I also broke the pool down into 2 sections, looking at the shallow end as a section and then the deeper end as a separate section. And in the end, my calculations came out the same when I got to the overall surface area. And looking at gallons, it was very close to using the surveying as seen here. It was within a few hundred gallons. But we'll talk about calculating gallons in another video.